Hello, YouTube. Another video coming at you from Deception Stoppers. I'm here by myself right now. Well, my brother's here, but he won't be in this video with me this time. I want to I'm going to kind of go back a little bit. I know it's a bit. A lot of people are confused. They're not confused. They're confused as to why it has come to this point. Like, why am I? How does these divorce proceedings started? What happened at the beginning? So I'm going to touch a bit on that so it can be a little bit more clear. But we have a lot of content. A lot of stuff has happened, and yeah, it's going to be some crazy videos going up. But let me go back at the beginning so I can take a bit of this confusion away. So as you guys know, okay, I've been married for about 14 years now. All right, my wife is from Taiwan. Okay. Now, and we have 3 daughters. Now, back in 2015, okay, is when this is when it started. Now, I know many of you, my followers, if you guys follow me on the other channel, you guys probably have seen the video that I made back in 2015 about me having a stroke. It was October 2015. It was like the beginning of October, towards the middle, somewhere around there. But I made that video. And so I told my followers what happened, and, you know, the situation. When I went down to North Carolina for a video game, and I went out for something to eat, and I was feeling dizzy, like I almost passed out, and I just laid on the ground until the ambulance came, and I was in the hospital, and they told me I had a stroke. The doctor came in and said, "Mr. McCormick, you had a stroke." Quite unbelievable, because I know people personally. I had people in my family who had strokes die from the strokes. So when I heard that, it was, I thought, I mean, at first I thought it was a joke, but he said I had a stroke, and he was asking me how this happened. Did I fall, hit my head or whatever? Because they took tests. I didn't have high blood pressure, which is associated with a stroke. Okay. I was pretty healthy. Okay. They ran some other tests, looked at my heart. He said, you know, we're going to run another test, look at your heart and see if everything is good there. Nothing. Okay. So basically the doctor, he just told me to maintain my stress levels, not to be too stressed out, you know, and work out or try to exercise, eat healthy, whatever. But, you know, they already said I was healthy. So they basically didn't know. And that's what scared me. I didn't when he told me that, and when I learned that, okay, they don't even know how I had the stroke, I was really scared, because in my mind, it could happen at any time. There is no way for me to prevent it. Okay. So I believe I was in that hospital for like 2 days or something like that. Okay. My first night, I was actually scared to call my wife and tell her that, because I didn't want her worrying about me and stuff, you know, but I did. several hours later, I told her what happened. Okay. So I was thinking, like, man, I don't want this to happen again. That was really scary. Like, a stroke is a scary thing that to have happen to you. Like, when it happened to me, like, I was paralyzed on my right side. I couldn't move at all on my right side. I was stuck, and I couldn't talk. It was like mumbly when I was trying to talk. Dude was trying to ask me questions. I could barely respond to him. It was like all muffled. And I was like, oh man, my language career is over. No more languages. I don't even know if I'm going to come up out of the state. It was pretty scary. So I said, man, you know, I got to make some decisions here. I looked at everything in my life, anything that's causing stress, anything that put stress on me, anything that makes me unhappy. You know, I got to get away from that to change, you know, to make a change so this won't happen to me again. I did some research on strokes. I had a TIA stroke. That's like a small stroke. That's not one of they have different type of strokes, but I had TIA. And they said you can have another stroke a year later if you don't change if you're living in the same, if your environment is the same things causing you stress, whatever, they said that you can have another stroke like within a year, and it could be even more fatal than the first one. Like, you can actually die from it. So I had to make some decisions. When I got back home, I basically it was like on a Thursday or something like that. And waiting, so I was thinking like, man, I wasn't too happy with my relationship with my wife. Just wasn't really happy with it. Okay. Certain things. I don't want to. I'm not going to go into details. The personal stuff, but it's certain things that caused me to be unhappy with her in a relationship. So I told her she was at work. This is actually on a Friday. I waited a day because I kept asking myself, do I really want to do this? Basically, try to end the relationship with her, break up with her. Okay. Considering that we had 3 kids and whatnot. But then I had to ask myself, okay, if I don't do what's best for myself, do I want to continue being unhappy? Or do I want to continue being unhappy and take a risk of me dying? Or just break away from it and become happy and become stress-free? What do I want to do? Because if I'm gone, I can't take care of my kids. That was another thing that crossed my mind. So, with that being said, I basically came to that decision Friday. I said, you know what? I'm going to tell her. I was a man. I could have been a piece of shit. Okay. I could have been a piece of shit, a coward, and basically could have said, I'm going to stay in a relationship. I don't give a fuck about her. I'm going to go have some side chicks and whatnot. Could have done that. I had plenty opportunities. You know how many opportunities I had? But see, I'm faithful. I'm very faithful. I'm very loyal. I'm a loyal person. That's just how I am. I'm very loyal. And trust is a huge factor for me. So yeah, I had many opportunities, but I turned them down. Especially when I was going to college. Community college, Ohio State. I had plenty of opportunities with Japanese women, Chinese women. I had plenty of opportunities. But again, I'm loyal, very faithful. I ain't give a fuck. I said I'm in a relationship. That's that. I'm not interested in any other woman. And these women were younger. See, many of you know my wife, she's 11 years older than me. So I'm talking about women that around my age, even younger. I remember when I was going to Columbus State Community College. I took a test, and then when I turned my test in, there was a girl, Asian girl. I didn't realize she was Chinese until I went up to her and I really paid close to what she was doing. But she was reading a Chinese newspaper. And I'm thinking in my mind, like, dang, I'm about to level up. And then I said, you know what, I ain't gonna do it this time. But I had the urge, so I went ahead and did it. And this girl went berserk. She went berserk. She went crazy. And I told her, I was like, because she said, she's like, we should be friends and blah, 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 blah. And, because she was sounding like she was interested in me. And I told her, I said, I'm in a relationship. This is before I got married. I said, I'm in a relationship right now. And then she asked me, she said, oh, you're not out to have friends? This girl was beautiful too, from Shanghai. Beautiful. Drop dead gorgeous. And I just told her, I said, I don't think that's a good idea. I'm thinking, because I knew what she wanted. But anyway, my point is, the reason why I'm bringing that up is because I had many chances. I could have been a piece of shit. I could have done many things. This woman, my wife, is pretty wealthy. She got money. I could have just fucking used her and said, you know what? I don't give a fuck about this bitch. Let me go ahead and just get these side hoes. You know what I'm saying? Get these side hoes and get this money. Fuck these hoes. We don't love these hoes. I could have had that idea, but I didn't. I was faithful. Now, back to what I was about to tell you guys. Now, I told her when she was at work, I sent her a message, and I still have the text message. I still have it. I told her, dang, it's on my iPhone. I'm gonna pull it up and show you guys. I'm gonna show you guys later because I got to go through all the messages and I got to download. I'm gonna show you guys this message that I sent my wife. I told her, I said, we need to talk. When you get home, we really need to talk. We need to talk about this relationship. The kids will be asleep. We really need to talk. And then it was like a long text message. And then she was like, yeah. And, you know, so we planned to talk that night on Friday. Sat down and I asked her, okay, let me scoot back a little bit. I asked her, I'm the man here, okay? We sat down, we talked for like 2.5 hours in the kitchen. And I asked her, I said, okay, I started a conversation off. I asked her, I said, so what do you think about this relationship? What do you think about me and our relationship in general? What do you think about it? And she basically told me, oh, I see you as a, she's like, I think you see you as a family member. This is what she said. She said she sees me as a family member. So, I mean, I didn't really say anything. I wasn't surprised we said that. I mean, I was like, it kind of threw me off a little bit because, you know, if I'm a family member, we can no longer sleep together. We can no longer have sex. You're not going to have sex with your family member. At least I won't. She told me I was like a family member. Okay. And I told her, I said, okay. And I just told her, I said, you know what, this, you know, it's, I don't feel happy in this relationship. There are certain things I don't want to really talk about personal stuff because there's some more personal stuff to this. I don't want to talk about that. But I basically told her that I'm not really happy with this relationship. And I think we should really part ways. You know, I told her, I know we got kids. I know this. We have 3 kids. You know, I'm always going to be taking care of my kids. You see what I'm saying? I'm always going to be here taking care of my kids. I told her that. I said, I told her we'll figure something out, you know, as this thing progresses. You know, I told her that. And then her response was, well, do you think, she asked me, do you think that our relationship will get better if we separate? And I wanted to say no, but I didn't want to come out like, I felt a certain way. I said, I don't know. I just told her, I don't know. That's what I told her. I don't know. Okay. And then that was that. And then we start talking about something else. I think it was about financial stuff. You know, because pretty much, money that I make, I mean, she contributed as well. But pretty much all the money that I was making, I was putting, we had an account for our daughters. We have an account for them. Money was going into their accounts. Okay. Money was, I mean, not one account. And this is before Maya was born. This is for Kylie and this is for Mylan. Both of them they both have accounts. They still have accounts. And I was putting money in their accounts every month, okay, for their future. This is what I was doing. And like I said, she contributed as well. I think at first she did contribute. I can't remember exactly how much money that she put in there. But for the most part, I was putting money in there it was just me. I was putting money in their account every month, every single month. And then she gonna make the statement like, oh, I'm thinking about giving you the money from the girls, what'd she say? The money that you put for the girls, I'm thinking about giving you that money or something like that. And I'm thinking like, well, that's their money, not my money. And I found that kind of strange. I'm like, why would you say that? Why would you say you thinking about giving me that money when that's our daughter's money? That's not my money. I don't even want that money. I don't care if I was in dire straits. I wouldn't even touch that money. I will get a job if I'm in dire straits. So something came up. I think we were talking about a dissolution. We were talking about the dissolution where a dissolution is it's an agreement that you both sign on to end the marriage. You're supposed to agree to certain things, split certain things, okay? And then once you agree to everything, you sign it in front of a notary, and then you can go in front of a judge and they can sign off on it and you can end the marriage. That was brought up And she made a statement. She said, I don't want to go to court. And I told her, I said, look, I said, this can be simple. This don't have to be complicated. This is what I told her. I didn't say I wanted to go to court. She the one that made a statement. But see, now the knowledge that I have now, I understand why she said that. She said that because she has assets. She has money, okay, that she knows that she will have to turn over. Okay. She has money that she will have to turn over, and she will have to split with me because of the marriage. It's a 14-year marriage. Maybe she did maybe she had something before the marriage, but interest during the marriage, anything that you had during the marriage is 50%. I'm getting half of it. And she knew that. That's why she said she didn't want to go to court. Now, at that time she said that, I had no idea. I didn't know about it, because me, I've always been a meek person, not greedy. I didn't even care about financials. I wasn't thinking about this woman's money. I wasn't thinking about it. I was not thinking about the money. I didn't care about the money. You know, I wasn't thinking about any of that stuff. Now, what else? So that house, we were both living in that house, right? We had, and you guys, if you guys remember, it was a new place I was staying at. There was like a condo. I'm actually, you know what? I'm gonna put that link to that video that I'm talking about. I'm gonna put it in the description. You guys go check it out. The video I made when I said Dr. Lao Shu's library, when I had all those books, this was a different place. That place was a condo, and that place was that we got that place particularly for my daughters, for the school district. Okay. This was like maybe 3 or 4 months before this whole thing happened. So we talked, and she said, we both agreed that I can stay at that place, and then I could still come back and take care of the girls, you know, when she goes to work. And that's what I was doing. I would stay the night over there, and then I would come back in the morning and take care of the girls while she worked. That's the same thing that I've been doing. Okay. So I did that. I moved over there. Nobody was upset. Nobody argued or anything. We had an agreement. The relationship isn't working. We breaking up, you know, that's it. So I stayed over there in that place while she stayed here. You know, the kids were staying there in the house. But like I said, I was going to the house to take care of them while she worked. Now, before my daughters were born, me and my wife, and I'm not calling her my ex-wife yet because we're still married. We're not divorced yet. Before my daughters were married, we made this agreement that the girls go over to spend time with their grandparents during the summer or the winter or whatever time they don't have to be in school. Okay. We took them over to Taiwan, I think one time thus far. The second time they were going over there, we planned this. Her sister was coming over. Okay. Her sister was coming over for a couple months or whatever. And then she was going to take them back to Taiwan for a little bit of time. And what she did, they did. They went back. I think they were over there about 4 months or something like that, you know, to spend time with the family. So this is what I did. I knew her sister was coming over. Her sister, it was planned for her sister to come over in December. Okay. So around that time is when I went to Korea. So I told her, I said, look, when your sister comes, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go over to Korea, spend some time over there. I'm going to take a little, you know, I'm going to go over there. I'm going to take a little vacation just to kind of change up things because of the stroke and stuff, you know. So that's why I went to Korea. I went over there. I think I was over in Korea for about 2.5 months. Now her sister, I didn't leave until her sister got here. Her sister, when her sister got here, she got off the plane. She went and picked her up. I think I went to Korea maybe a week later or something like that. Was that a week later or a couple days? I can't remember. It was so long ago. But anyway, I still remember she went to the airport to pick up her sister. And I was at home with the kids. And when she got back, her sister, I talked to her sister. We said hi and all that, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And then I went home. I went to the place, the condo that we had. Her sister was already there. Her sister was taking care. Her sister was there. So her sister actually was helping with her with the kid at the time because I was going to leave. Okay. We already planned this. It's already been planned. I told her that what I was going to do. When I told her I was going to Korea, this was like October, November. Yeah, it was in October. I didn't go to Korea until December. So I told her in the month of October that I was going to Korea when her sister comes. Okay. So that was set up. She knew, I knew. I had my ticket booked. Okay. And bam, I went over to Korea. I was still talking to when I went over to Korea, I was still talking to her. We were still communicating because we were still talking about the divorce. Dissolution came up, but we didn't really go into depth. It came up again. And she was like, oh yeah, she's like, I found this website with these dissolution papers. All we need to do is just, she told me, this is what she told me. She said, you agreed to you keep your own property and I agree to keep my own property and blah, 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 blah. Okay. And I said, okay. I said, I told her, I said, if that will make the process easy, this doesn't have to be difficult. We just sign off on it. Bam. Me, I didn't know anything about the law back then. I didn't know about this splitting stuff up and stuff like that. I didn't know. I was just trying to end the marriage, get it off my chest, get it off her chest, and we move on. Okay. And I still remember when I was over in Korea, she sent these papers over to my email and I read them and I was a bit confused. I was looking through them. I was like, okay, and then she asked me, I noticed that it said that she wanted full custody of my daughters and wanted me to pay $1,000 a month in child support. When I saw that, I was like, wait a minute. That's not real. How are you going to get full custody of my daughters when you have to go to work? I'm the fully available parent. How is it that you're going to get full custody when I'm available? I don't have a problem taking care of my kids. That confused me. So when I saw that in my email, I was like, okay, let me hold this for a minute because something's not looking right about this. When I got back from Korea, okay, and mind you, again, nobody was fighting, nobody was arguing, everybody was talking. Why? Everybody was talking because we had an agreement. Nobody had an affair. Nobody was mad because of this and because of that. None of that stuff. I was the man. I sat down with her and told her how I felt, and I ended the relationship. We both agreed. So I gets back, okay, and she's talking about these dissolution papers. She starts to get. Well, she asked me about them, and she asked me, Did you sign this? Did you sign the dissolution papers yet? And I told her, I said, no. I said I didn't have time. I need to really sit down and read these and make sure that I know that I need to sit down and make sure I understand what I'm going to sign. That's what I need to do. 24 minutes. Okay. She sent me another message. I got all these text messages. I got them all. She said, well, when are you going to rush me? When are you going to sign this dissolution paper? When are you going to sign this? When are you going to sign the papers? She said, it's only this. You just need to go to a bank. So when she kept rushing me like that, it made me even more suspicious. Like, why is this woman rushing me to do this? That's when I contacted my brother and I told him about these papers. I said, she provided me with we got these dissolution papers and we're going to sign off on the marriage. And my brother said, well, he said, what? Dissolution papers? He said, what dissolution papers? And I told him it was for the divorce. And he told me not to sign anything. He said, don't sign anything yet. He said, don't do that. Okay, don't do that. So I told her, I said, look, I sent her a message and I told her that I'm not signing anything until I sit down with some professional people to see what these papers are about. Because like I said, I didn't know anything about this law stuff. I didn't know anything about it. And I'm glad I didn't sign it because she was trying to get me. But when that happened, still unbelievable to me. When I told her, check this out. When I told her that I wasn't signing those papers, that I need to consult with someone to see what this is about, she changed into a totally different person. She threw away some of my language books. She threw away my language books. She threw away my fishing poles. She was throwing away my property. And I'm like, why are you doing this? What is this? What's going on? I don't understand. Why are you throwing my stuff away? I told her, because I asked her in the email, I said, I ordered some books and they should have come to that house. I didn't mean for them to go to that house. I wanted them to come here. And she tells me, well, I didn't see any books and, you shouldn't be ordering books to my house. Your house? You mean our house? I mean, she was a totally different person, man. Totally different person. So I'm like, this is crazy. I'm like, what's wrong with this woman? What's wrong with her? So I think about, what was it? Maybe 2 months later. Mind you, I was still taking care of my kids, doing that. Nobody's mad. She just seemed like she was upset after I told her that I wasn't signing those papers until I consult with someone. 2 months later, 3 months later, something like that, I goes outside. I'm about to go somewhere and I'm getting served papers. Are you Mr. McCormick? You've been served. And I'm like, I never been served before. I didn't know what the hell that was. So I look at it. I say, I've been served. What is this for? He said, oh, this is for like a divorce or something. And I'm like, a divorce? And then I took it in the house. And I was looking at it. And I looked at the complaint. It was a divorce complaint. A regular complaint. And this is what the complaint, and this is public record. I'm going to pull this up later and let you guys see this as well. But on the complaint, this is what it said on the complaint. It said the charges on there. It said that it was cruelty, extreme cruelty. It said extreme cruelty. It said, what was it? Extreme cruelty, adultery, and something else. Basically defamation. Okay. And I told somebody, I think I told my brother, I said, man, this is, what is this? What is this? So this is what happened. This is how it all started. Let me sit back a little bit. This is how it all started. Okay. This is what I think happened. Because remember, I told you guys, we sat down, me and her had an agreement. We talked about everything with the relationship, all that stuff. So I was like, okay, that's pretty suspicious to me. I know this woman didn't go down to the courthouse. I know she didn't go down there and file a frivolous complaint and lie, committed perjury. She had affidavits. She signed an affidavit with that. That's perjury. I got that on the case. Right now as well. I'm like, I know this woman didn't go down there and file a frivolous divorce when we sat down and just talked about this. I didn't know what she was trying to do at the time. But now that I understand, it probably sounds weird. Like, why would she do that? I'm going to tell you right now, the knowledge that I have now from this research and from all this experience that I've gathered, these EXPs, this is what happened. She had something to hide. She had trust to hide, money. And she, remember I told you, she told me, she said, look, she said, I'm thinking about giving you that money that you get, the girl's account. That rung a bell to me. It alarmed me at the time, but like, again, I didn't really know. I didn't really understand fully. I didn't understand as much as I understand now. This woman had something to hide the whole time. Do you know, that's worse than having an affair. If I'm married to someone for 5 years, 5 years is pretty long. If I'm married to someone for 5 years and I'm holding on money, I have assets and I'm not telling my spouse about, that's worse than having an affair. You hiding stuff. You ain't even tell me. This woman had money. She had a trust that she was concealing the whole time and didn't tell me about it. Didn't tell me about it. Never told me about it. Never told me about it the whole time. And I found out. How I found out, I got evidence too. How I found out, I'm not going to talk about it in these videos. We're going to talk about it when we go to trial and go to court. Okay, they got caught. She was trying to conceal. She tried to conceal these assets with this certain with this William Geary firm. She tried it. Got caught. Hey, it ain't my fault. It ain't my fault y'all were sloppy. Okay, so this is what she did. She got together with her attorney. Okay, because this is how it looks. Because you ain't doing that. You're not doing all that. That's crazy. That sounds crazy. I mean, I've been with that woman for 14 years. That's pretty crazy. And she knows me. Adultery? Where's the cruelty at? You guys know me. I don't argue with people. There was never any domestic violence. Nothing. We never had police come out to the house. Where's the cruelty at? Defamation, lying, perjury. She got together with Stacey Gilbert, her attorney, sat down with her, and she probably asked her, what can I do? I don't want to give him this money. I don't want to split this money with him, or whatever. She said something like that. They came up with this pretty idea. Okay. They came up with this pretty idea for her to file this complaint. Because I don't believe my wife filed it. I believe her attorney filed it. And I believe she got the advisement from her attorney to go along with that. Now, I'm not giving my wife a pass. She gets no pass. She gets no pass. Why? Because she could have stopped this at any time. Because she knows me. She knows me. We got 3 kids for current. I had sex with a woman, made 3 babies. You know who I am. You know me. These people, you don't know these people. They don't know you. They don't care about you. They see money. They see dollar signs. And they see opportunity. That's what they see. So she got with her attorney and they saw, they say, oh, wow, she has this money. So they came up with this pretty good idea. This pretty idea to file this complaint, lie on me and say that I'm a cruel person and adultery and stuff. They try to use that so they can get these divorce proceedings going. Okay. No due process. They don't like due process in these courts, by the way. Don't let them fool you. They do not like due process. They don't like due process. They don't like it. Okay. They don't do them. They got private investigators, but they ain't doing no thorough investigations. They looking for people that don't, when they see that you don't know the law, they gonna do what they want to do. They gonna do what they want to do. They probably looked me up, looked at my background and said, oh, this Meek guy, he doesn't know the law. We gonna do what we want to do. We gonna file his complaint. We gonna put these lies in here and we gonna get him for this money. Because that's that marital property for me. Marital property, that's a couple $100,000 for me coming from her. That's a couple $100,000. Court saw that. They say, oh, this nigga ain't getting that money. His family, he come from he come from Akron. He went to Akron public schools. This nigga ain't getting this money. He ain't getting this money. We getting this damn money. This is what they thinking. We gonna do this, plotting and shit. We gonna do this to him and we gonna get away with it real quick. And they sent this fucking Ty Sidoti over to me to try to hurry up and get me to settle out of court so they can get that money. That's where we at. That's how it all started. I hope that cleared up a lot of confusion, but that's how it all started. There you go. Ty Sidoti right there. Which the person who I talked about last night. Like a dog. I'm able to do that. All my allegations are true. This ain't no speculations. Ain't no blaming a white man. These motherfuckers down here in this court, they are corrupt and they need to be exposed. I got so much evidence on these people. See, this is how they got sloppy. I'm gonna tell you how they got sloppy. They probably saw at first that they saw an opportunity. They said, "Oh, he doesn't know the law. This would be an easy one. This would be an easy one." But then once the process started going, and I started getting smarter, started doing research, the resistance was getting strong, and they started getting arrogant. And when my resistance got stronger, they started getting stronger with their shenanigans, playing these games, and it got sloppy. As I talked about before, I got court reporters. Once I realized that they were on some fraud, I knew it was some fraud. I knew that there was some fraudulent shit when I got that complaint. Because how are you gonna say that I committed adultery? How you gonna say that I committed adultery? And how you gonna say that? And then how you gonna say that I'm cruel? Like cruelty. Cruelty is when you're beating on your spouse. Shit like that. I knew there was some fraudulent shit going on. I couldn't even believe it. I was like, nah, this got to be a joke. I got to go to these hearings and really see. This nigga over here, Todd, not found the answer to the opposing side, trying to get me to settle out of court. That right there should tell you something, that they on some fraudulent shit. And I had 3 attorneys. Second attorney, fraudulent. Catherine White tried to steal money from me and got caught. We gonna talk about that. She gonna be the second person to get exposed. She tried to steal my money and we caught her. And then trying to make an excuse for it. She didn't even sign. This woman, fraudulent. She didn't even sign on to the case. She didn't sign on the case. Didn't sign on to the case. Was taking my money. And then once when she got caught, she got fired. I mean, you guys wait until I start pulling up emails and these pictures and shit that I got on her. You think Ty Sidoti shit was bad? You wait until I get into these other people's asses. You wait until you see that. That's where we at though. I know this is a long video, but I had to explain to you guys how this thing started. Like, I had to explain to you. I had to go to the beginning and let you guys know how did divorce happen. It's sloppy. The whole thing sloppy. They got these people. This is an organized crime. Do you know they got the police department? I'm gonna tell you right now. These are the people. All the people that are being sued right now. Let me tell you. All the lawyers. All 3 of my lawyers being sued. My wife's attorney. She's being sued. My wife is being sued. Yeah, my wife is being sued. Now, you probably wondering why you're suing your wife. Because she's an accessory to my wife is an accessory to an organized crime. She's committed perjury. She signed her name on all this shit. She went along with that and know that wasn't true. She went along with it. So she's guilty by association. She's named in a lawsuit. She's done. My 3 attorneys being sued. My wife is being sued. Her attorney's being sued. Okay. The police department being sued, Job and Family Services, the Food Welfare Office being sued. Who else being sued? The Guardian Ad Litem being sued. Who else? Somebody else is being sued. I'm leaving out. Yeah, and we gonna expose them. I'm gonna show y'all. When we get to these people individually, I'm gonna show you this evidence of what these people did. Yeah, the shit sounds crazy. Yeah, it sounds crazy. I know it sounds crazy. It sounds really crazy. And if I told somebody about it, they wouldn't believe. They think I'm just up here just babbling, just rambling this shit because I ain't getting my way in court. Nah, this shit is real. Did you see that? Did you see that stuff about Todd? Did you see that? Forgery? Malpractice? That's real. We got an ongoing case. If anybody files a frivolous lawsuit on somebody, some bullshit, your case is going to get thrown out because you don't have a case. You on some frivolous shit. But this case that's filed, got affidavits, got pictures and all this stuff to corroborate what these people did. It's all true. I ain't making it up. And I noticed that I got some people coming over here on my channel on some bullshit talking about some I didn't know you think of you as a racist. Don't come to my channel making any dumbass comment. You better not. I don't give a fuck how you feel. Fuck your feelings. I don't care. I don't even give a damn no more. By me going through this experience that I'm going through, this changed my view on a lot of things. Before, I used to be, I was there like, blaming the white man and all that. You shouldn't blame the white man. I was on that too. I would say that, like, you shouldn't blame. It's not their fault. It's not all white people. But now that I'm going through this shit here, I see what these motherfuckers doing. I can see everything now. Racist, you don't even know what racism is. Get your fucking definition. Get your definition. Your definition. I can't even say the word. Get your definitions correct. Come correct with some facts. You ain't got no facts. You commenting on this video with your fucking feelings. That's what you doing. Get out your fucking feelings and look at the facts. This ain't I'm not making shit up. I'm not complaining about complaining. These motherfuckers really try to get me. And if I wasn't smart enough, and if I didn't wake up and do my due diligence, I'd be fucked. I'll be done. Ain't no telling how many people these people done did this to down there. This is what they doing down there. In O'Shaughnessy, down there in domestic court. This is what they doing down there. They taking advantage of people who don't fucking know their rights. And then if you get an attorney, you still gonna get played because the attorney's not doing their jobs. They're not gonna work in your best interest. They're gonna fuck you too. That's what they gonna do. So don't come over on my channel on some bullshit. If you ain't got no facts, if you can't show me no fucking facts, show me what black people are doing to your people that's causing you same distress and shit, that putting you in the same situation. Show me some fucking facts. Don't come over on my channel with that bullshit or your ass gonna get blocked. That's what's gonna happen. This is a completely different channel. This is not Loud Shoot 55,000 channel. It's gonna be clean over there. But here, this shit over here, don't come over here on some bullshit. Or your feelings gonna get hurt. Fuck your feelings. I don't care where. I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck. You come over here talking about something, you gonna unsubscribe and shit. I don't care. Do what you gotta do. This is my experience. This is my life. This is the shit that I'm going through. I had to go through this shit just to see what these motherfuckers doing down here. What these white motherfuckers doing. And I had to go through this shit. And this shit is real. It's real. You want to come over here and call somebody a racist and shit because of some real shit that happened. You got clear evidence right here what these people doing, but I'm crazy and I'm a racist. Just like these people, it's a pattern. White shit. That's what y'all do. That's what y'all fucking do. Look at these people in the court. When I caught their ass and when I wasn't complying, when they saw that I was getting wise and shit, like, this motherfucker getting wise, we can't fuck with him. These niggas try to get me psychologically evaluated. Opposing counsel put in a motion for a psychological evaluation. That's illegal. You can't do that. You can't do that without affidavits and credible witnesses. What, a psychological about what? Because I caught that ass? That's why I'm crazy? Yeah, it sounds crazy, yeah. This whole thing sounds crazy, but it's true. Evidence right there. It's all public record. Ain't no fucking speculation over here. This shit is true. And if you don't like it, don't come to my channel and watch any of these fucking videos on this channel. Okay? Don't even fucking come over here and click on this damn video. You know I'm gonna be talking about this shit, white supremacy and all this shit. All that shit, it goes hand in hand. It's tied into this shit. Okay? I'm gonna bring it up and I'm gonna call it for what it is. I ain't making this shit up. This shit is true. You want to look at the evidence and then you want to fucking say, Lao Shu, you are racist and all this shit. That's a fucking cop out. That's what y'all do. It's a cop out. It's a cop out. Tell me what racism is. Explain to me what racism is. You explain to me how I'm racist. And you better have a good definition of that shit. Because you don't know what the fuck you talking about. But anyway, 45 minutes into this video, okay? And this right now, you guys know how this all started and how this all came into play. Okay? Now catch that on fleek. Go back and marinate on that and get ready for these future videos. Because we got a lot of shit coming. A lot of disturbing shit. So I'm going to end this video. Thanks for viewing. Those of you who support me and in for the truth, spread this shit to everybody. Because this shit about to go, this whole thing is about to spiral out of control. It's about to spiral out of control. I'm about to get flyers made. I'm about to expose the fuck out of these people down here, man. They shouldn't have did what they did. I didn't ask y'all to do this shit. That's what happens when you sleep on motherfuckers. You think everybody is stupid. Yeah, I come from a poor background, but I ain't fucking stupid. I know how to read and I know how to get wise and understand shit. Y'all did this shit. I didn't ask y'all to do this. Y'all did this shit. Now you're gonna have to fucking pay. And if I commit a crime, I'm going to fucking jail. I'm going to prison. Y'all want to lock us up and shit, and lock us up and when y'all catch us doing some shit. But when your own people do some shit, you don't want to do nothing but sit back and give them a fucking smack on the wrist. Fuck out of here, man. What kind of shit is that? But yeah, let me get off here. Thanks for viewing. And as I said, if you guys support me, if you guys for the truth, spread these videos. Put it on your Facebook channel. Spread this shit. Okay? Because this shit is this is crazy. It really is. I still wake up every day asking myself if this shit is real or not. That's how crazy it is. But anyway, that's it. 47 minutes. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as usual, I look forward to your comments. Take care. Peace.